A powerful winter storm swept across large parts of the United Kingdom on January 9th, covering central England in heavy snow, disrupting daily life, and triggering widespread weather warnings. Known as Storm Goretti, this system marked the first major winter storm of the year for the region. It brought a combination of persistent snowfall, freezing temperatures, and strong winds to Birmingham, Wolverhampton, and much of the West Midlands. Local authorities and meteorologists describe the event as one of the most disruptive snowfalls the region has experienced in recent years, particularly due to its timing, intensity, and impact on densely populated urban areas. In Birmingham, snowfall began quietly in the early morning hours, before intensifying rapidly as the day progressed. By mid-morning, snow was falling steadily, and by early afternoon, much of the city had been transformed into a winter landscape. Streets, parked cars, rooftops, and public spaces were fully coated in snow. Accumulation reached approximately 3 to 4 inches across many urban neighborhoods, with higher totals reported in suburban and elevated areas surrounding the city. While the snowfall created striking visuals, it quickly became hazardous. Roads turned slick, visibility dropped, and strong gusts of wind made driving and walking increasingly dangerous. City officials urged residents to remain indoors and avoid unnecessary travel. Public transportation across Birmingham was severely affected. Several bus routes were suspended or diverted as road conditions deteriorated. Commuters faced long delays, and some services were unable to operate entirely. Birmingham Airport experienced flight delays throughout the day, while East Midlands Airport temporarily halted operations as crews worked to clear snow and ice from runways and taxiways. Emergency services remained on high alert as conditions worsened, responding to weather-related incidents across the metropolitan area. Just northwest of Birmingham, Wolverhampton experienced nearly identical conditions as the storm continued to move through the West Midlands. Snowfall intensified throughout the morning and early afternoon, eventually reaching around 4 inches by late day. The accumulation forced the cancellation of multiple local events, most notably the Wolverhampton races at the city's main racecourse. Officials determined that the snow-covered track and surrounding areas posed unacceptable safety risks. Across the city, roads became increasingly slippery, and city maintenance crews deployed additional gritters in an effort to keep major routes open. However, ongoing snowfall combined with freezing fog made progress slow and challenging. Beyond the snowfall itself, Storm Goretti brought a surge of Arctic air into the region, dramatically lowering temperatures. While the strongest winds were recorded in coastal areas, inland cities like Birmingham and Wolverhampton still felt the impact of biting cold and gusty conditions. Temperatures hovered at or below freezing throughout the day, and wind chills made it feel significantly colder, particularly after sunset. As daylight faded, black ice formed rapidly on untreated roads, sidewalks, and residential streets, creating a serious risk for both drivers and pedestrians. Emergency responders reported an increase in minor traffic accidents and slip and fall injuries as the evening progressed. Weather officials issued yellow and amber warnings for snow and ice across the Midlands, emphasizing the risk of dangerous travel conditions and prolonged disruption. Residents were advised to avoid non-essential journeys, dress for extreme cold, and check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors. Meteorologists warned that freezing temperatures would persist overnight, raising concerns that conditions could worsen again during the following morning commute. Although snowfall was expected to ease later in the evening, lingering ice and sub-zero temperatures were expected to remain a major concern. From an international perspective, weather agencies, including those in the United States, closely monitored Storm Goretti due to its structure and scale. Meteorologists noted similarities between this storm and winter systems commonly seen in the northeastern U.S., where Atlantic moisture collides with cold Arctic air to produce widespread snow across major population centers. While snowfall totals in England were moderate by American standards, the limited snow response infrastructure in many parts of the UK meant that even a few inches were enough to cause significant disruption to transportation and daily life. Despite the challenges, the storm also brought moments of quiet beauty and stillness. Families across Birmingham and Wolverhampton stepped outside to experience the rare snowfall. Children played in back gardens, and neighborhoods grew unusually quiet as normal routines were put on pause. For many, it was a reminder of how quickly nature can slow modern life. For city workers, emergency crews, and transportation staff, it was a long and demanding day focused on safety and recovery. As Storm Goretti began to move away and skies slowly cleared, attention shifted to cleanup efforts and ongoing caution. Freezing conditions were expected to persist overnight and into the following days, keeping roads and sidewalks dangerous. Meteorologists urged residents to remain alert, monitor local weather updates, and prepare for continued icy conditions throughout the week. For now, Birmingham and Wolverhampton remained blanketed in snow, calm and visually stunning, yet still carrying hidden risks beneath the surface.